Kelsey, be sure to grab that umbrella if you are headed out the door right now. 36 our temperature, but we're seeing that rain sprinkle throughout. It is a little bit on the cooler side, so a heavy coat may not be that bad of an idea. Otherwise, just a light jacket. Now, out to the west, not much activity, just a few spots of that patchy rain and snow as well along the Rockies and towards the west coast. Not really going to affect us much coming up these next couple days. In fact, we're going to be under the influence of high pressure once again. We all know what that means. Dry air coming in, keeping those clouds and the rain at bay, but bringing in some cold temperatures. You can see.
And now with more on those blustery conditions out there is Sarah in our weather center. Hi, Sarah.
Hey, Kelsey. Yeah, speaking of those winds still blowing very strong even now at this hour, and will continue to do so throughout the rest of the day. We're also seeing a few flurries, especially here in the northeastern portions of our viewing area up into the Twin Cities. Stationary front keeping things fairly stagnant, and that continues to move on out. We do see a little bit more activity. Some snow does pick up for the central portions of the state. We down here see a bit of rain and drizzle this evening and overnight and continuing on into Tuesday. That chance doesn't really as well as the day continues on, but those expire around midday when temperatures finally warm over that freezing point. 41 our high for the day today. Rain likely and very blustery with those windy conditions picking up this afternoon. Tonight, 37 our overnight low. We see cloudy skies. The rain finally begins to weaken and some sunshine is on the way. There on Tuesday, we start a warming trend. 59 will be our high. We're back to the 60s come Wednesday. We do see that slight rain chance return though, but it's nothing but sunshine for the rest of the week. This weekend in particular looking beautiful. Temperatures in our area, we're looking at about 40 to 60% chance that we will be getting cooler than average temperatures. So it's going to be staying pretty chilly these next couple days. Now a quick look at your 7-day forecast. 54 on Saturday and the sunshine will be back. So it's going to warm up a little bit, but unfortunately very short-lived. Another round of that wintry mixed rain breeze coming in on Sunday and Monday, but then we're back to the upper 50s later next week. Back to you, Kelsey.
How's it going, Sarah?
Hey, Kelsey. Hey, everyone. We're still here downtown Mankato, and I'm here with Tom Clements. There he is, and Mark Sorello. We are selling these weather radios here until 1 p.m. today, and then we're going to go up to the Hilltop Hy-Vee over in Mankato, and that's going to be from 4 to 7 selling these radios, also helping you set them up. They're kind of like fire alarms for weather-related events like tornado warnings, flash flood warnings, etc. So come on down, say hi to us, and grab yourself a radio. Now on to your forecast. Now, we'll take another live look here in the Hilltop Skycam. We can see those clouds really moving in. How to say goodbye to that sunshine. Fortunately, it's not going to be back until tomorrow again.
You know, it's just warm enough for that snow to start melting, and I'm loving it.
Yeah, we've been seeing that all weekend.
Yeah.
It's been really nice. The melting does continue. Unfortunately, though, we're going to get a little bit cooler as we head on into midweek, but by this weekend, let me tell you, it's going to be wonderful. If we take a look, 9.8 inches in Redwood Falls, taking the cake. Mankato, we saw 7.4 inches. Of course, Waseca, 6 inches there, and St. Peter, 4.3, so quite a bit of snowfall. And of course, how long is the snow really going to be sticking around? It's all about that sun angle. The sun does come down, it radiates that solar energy, which then reflects off of the snow, bounces back up, but of course it all depends on that angle, and as the angle is close to what we too bad, we're still going to be staying in the 60s. Here's just another way of looking at it. We've got rain chances continuing all the way into tomorrow, alongside that chance for some thunderstorms, so that continues into midday into evening tomorrow as well. Now winds, I mentioned that the winds will be shifting. Right now though, we're getting a nice wind in the 80s, but Stacey, I heard you kind of like those 70s.
I'm going to enjoy these next couple of days.
Good.
Seriously. Love it.
I'm glad somebody will.
It's
fall
like fall.
Is nice, yeah.
Fall is nice.
Beautiful.
All
Thank
right.
you, Sarah.
Rain definitely more likely now. Quick look at your Easter forecast. 65, we got peeps of clouds, so just a few clouds there, and of course the chocolate breeze coming in. Going to be a little bit on the breezier side that day, but heading on into Monday, 61 there, and we cool down back into the 50s Tuesday, Wednesday. Back to you, Kelsey. We are here until 1 p.m. today, and of course we're going to the Hilltop Hy-Vee later today about 4 to 7. Oh, setting on those radios. Thank you, Mark.
It works.
It works.
Good.
Excellent. So come and say hi to us. We're definitely waiting for you. We'll give you these radios. Back to you, Kelsey.
All right, quite the crew down there.
Not
Thanks,
too bad.
Sarah.
33 right now in Mankato, 32 in New Ulm, 33 in Redwood Falls, 31 in Marshall. Seeing cloudy skies across the board right now. Of course, very cold temperatures, only colder when you factor in that wind chill. Feels like 19 degrees on the bare skin in Marshall, 23 in Windham, 22 in Newham. So very cold out there for sure, especially for late April. And of course, as the days continue on, we will start to see a little bit of that warm up again. We are here in spring after all. Now heading on into tonight, we'll start to see the temperatures come up a little bit, especially in northern Iowa, reaching into that more 40-50 zone. Fortunately though, as we go through the evening, things are going to get pretty chilly once again. This is about 6:30 a.m. tomorrow morning when we see some of our coldest temperatures. That light blue indicating some 20s, 30s across the board. So again, dropping below that freezing point. Then coming into Friday about 5 p.m. we start to see the yellow return, some 50s return in the forecast, and then it just gets cool once again coming into the evening. 43 our high today, seeing that chilly air and drizzle mixing in and making for that wintry mix. 30 degrees our overnight low, dropping below freezing once again.